I'm saying the interesting thing is in all of those stories that we're talking about, it never says that they did anything different that got them to be in that position. It just says that they were blessed by God. So
Yeah, they
now
were there.
this is at a time when people were dying of some things that today we would call pretty easy,
Yeah.
but it was wiping out whole groups of people. But um, yeah, it's interesting.
Well, it's fascinating because there's no way to go back there and see what the fuck was going on. So no matter
Well,
what, you're not yet.
let's be fair though. They're not telling some wild story. Like if they say that a guy had this guy lived 600 years, they're also telling you about the 346 children that he had and his 1,500 wives.
Right,
Like
right,
like
right,
like hold on,
Yeah.
these are numbers to back up.
right. If human beings do live to be 500 years old, that's a real possibility.
That would be the only way that you could show that
Yeah.
is by
Talking about all the wives and all the children, and if you do take what we know now, in terms of like what they are capable of doing now, with human beings and lengthening telomeres, there's a lot of different methodologies that they're using that they believe will extend human life. Use of metformin, NMN, hyperbaric chambers. There's a bunch of different things they're doing, and then there's CRISPR. When they're doing genetic engineering on kids now, and in China they did genetic engineering that would make the children more likely to be brilliant, more likely to be super intelligent.
Sir, why are you acting surprised by key components of the breeding process?
Right. True. Right. And
If we're talking about Frisians, or if we're talking about German Shepherds or Doberman Pinschers, this is perfectly fine, right?
Right.
For me to say
Right.
that thanks to these reasons, this dog is the sheer example of the confirmation of the breed, and that his attributes are his intelligence and his loyalty and his
Right.
right. This is all part.
You could do
of
that
these,
shit in a test tube for your kid. Why wouldn't you do it? That's what I think they're going to start off with normal stuff.
It all starts off as normal stuff because it's abnormal. So the first thing you're doing is, oh, okay, so we're in charge of, like, how could you not?
How could you not?
Is more the question to be had, and that's why in that profession they're allowed to do certain things and then tell you they're not going to do it no more.
Yes.
That's a key component to it.
We're not going to do that anymore, Kat. We changed our mind. Yeah, if they're telling you that there's no clones, the guy telling you is probably a fucking clone. At this point, I have no doubt that they've made human clones. They've made dog clones. You can get your dog cloned. If your dog's going to die, you can get the DNA from your dog, get a fucking puppy, and it'll be eerily similar to your dog. They think including some personality traits, which is just very bizarre, very Pet Cemetery.
Right.
But if they can do that, why can't they do that to people? They can.
Well, here's the thing. Before this goes off the rails.
It's too late.
Because there is a God, the bar has been set so insanely high for your clone that you can't really get much usage out of it. So,
Well, if there is a God and you have a clone, the clone doesn't have a soul because you don't have a soul to give that clone. That's
or a personality,
Right.
or certain things like a subconscious.
Right.
Like that's not available on the market. Lungs are, heart is, arms are.
right.
But subconscious, we still don't have the understanding of that, or how how we're able to be as brilliant as we are in this world while only using a portion of the we though there are those of us that know with the pineal gland what medicine says it's for, and what that would mean. And so those people's job is to make sure that there's fluoride in all the water. So your pineal gland will shrivel.
Get calcified or whatever happens to it.
That's all.